Good evening, guys. It is 5:30 p.m. and of course that time of the day that we deep dive into the world of social media and find out what is hot, trendy, and spicy on the internet. You're welcome to Afia TV Official on Afia TV. You're welcome back to the show. My name is Divine Onoha, your queen of great conversations, but I am not here alone. I'm here with an amazing person, my guy, my G, the priest of football himself, Emeka Madu. This note, let's start this thing on a good note. Oh yeah. Yeah, the priest of football himself, Emeka Madu, an artist and a football analyst. You're welcome to the show, Emeka.
Thanks.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You look demure, Sha.
Truly.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the word anyway. You look too calm. Your true character, we know your true character. You're not this calm.
Okay.
What's okay?
That's all I was saying.
Oh my God. Oh well, I'm not going to. I'll avoid. Let's avoid our private lives. Let's avoid our personal lives, right?
Let's not get there.
Okay. So we're going to be starting with what looks like the big fish in the room, the big fish in the globe, in the world, and that is U.S. election. Trump has been declared winner. But away from Trump, in Nigeria here, our 001 decided to come out and, say something about it, and he has congratulated Trump. And these were his words. This is Tinubu to Trump. He said, "Together we can foster economic cooperation, promote peace, and address global challenges that affect our citizens," says President Tinubu as he congratulates President-elect Donald Trump on his victory in the 2024 US polls. So, Emeka, first of all, I'd like to know, what's your take on this whole thing? How do you feel about Trump being declared the winner? And, of course, how do you feel about President and what he has just said?
For the first question, I've always been pro-Trump. I've never really liked Kamala, based on some certain reasons, though. I mean, I don't feel like she's the right fit, not just because she's a woman or she's black. Just didn't see what she could offer to US as a president as a whole. Whoa. I mean, she stepped up as the vice president for a while Biden wasn't there. And economic inflation increased in the country. A lot of things were going wrong. So in the short period they gave her the power, she couldn't manage the situation well. What does she not want to do over the course of 4 years as a president?
Yeah.
Let's check it.
Okay, so Trump is your guy.
Trump is my guy. There was never a doubt, Cha.
There was never a doubt. We do not believe. People don't believe in the power of women. Well,
I said, it doesn't have to do it without me.
You want me to believe you? If I believe any other person, I will not believe you. You, that I know. Please. Okay, yeah, we're going to leave personal issues aside. So how do you feel about our president congratulating him and saying that together we can foster economic cooperation, promote peace and global challenges, and address global challenges that affect our citizens? That's the particular statement that has triggered a lot of people, because to Nigerians, you want to address global challenges. Have you addressed Nigeria challenges? Have you addressed the challenges that we as Nigerians are facing? And there are other people who think, what he said is not a bad thing. Whether we like it or not, there's going to be some sort of synergy. And of course, it's still going to foster global, unity and address these challenges. But what do you think?
Well, what he said wasn't a bad thing. As a president, he's supposed to foster good cooperations with other presidents. Look out for the interests of his country. It was a good thing for him to congratulate Trump. But okay, you're talking about fostering cooperation. You have not done what needs to be done in the country.
Addressing global challenges.
Fix country first before you talk about international cooperation, I beg. That's my own.
Okay. Now, there are other people who have come from the angle of the speed, people who are more concerned about the speed he used in coming to congratulate. There are issues. I remember when the protest happened, the October protests happened, 2 different protests happened, and according to a lot of people, in fact, it was clear he did not come out early to address it. There are many other things that has happened, and it just either it's swept under the carpet or we just never hear about it, and he doesn't come out to, address it. So people are saying, why this sudden speed? Because it is, Trump, because it is, we're talking about America. Meanwhile, we've had issues here, and Then there are other people thinking that it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just the right thing to do. It's just, So what do you think? Do you think this comparison makes any sense?
To some degree, not really, sure. Because, I mean, you need to check the two countries in comparison. Yeah, you can't compare giants and the ones that claim to be giants. No, no, they call us giant of Africa, but
I mean, comparing the speed that Tinubu used to come and
the two cases of...
Yeah, when comparing, comparing it with how he responds to Nigerian matters.
Oh, I mean, if he was taking time to respond to things that concern his own country, why is he now rushing to go and congratulate the president? I mean, you too, for do steals and delay small, since you want to do steals in your country. And I mean, because it didn't make sense. There were protests that were going on. You went silent for a while. And now the president of US wins, or the president-elect wins the election. And you're one of the very first people to rush out to say congratulations.
But okay, if we're trying to be fair, if we're trying to look at things from every other angle, could it be that Nigerians we're just hurt, we're just angry? Or is it actually sensible what we're saying? Or is it that we're just angry and frustrated and we just want to drag everybody? Even in nonsense, there's still
sense.
So you stand by Nigerians.
I stand by Nigerians.
But let's take a look at some of the comments. The first one here says, wow, he can respond quickly, but can't address national issues as swift like this. The next one here says, together you can foster what? With who? Where? Shall you not see how then they conduct election? You think it's grab and run, Abby? Oh my God, Nigerians! The next one here says, I don't even know why I'm laughing. You want to foster Guinea? This is from Tony Tister. It says, together with who? Better shift your focus to national grid. And that is true. National grid collapsed again.
It's a normal thing this period now. Every 5 minutes, grid.
Let's look at the next comment here. It says, Trump is the Tinubu of America. The next one here says, he was elected. He didn't grab it. Oh, notes to Tinubu, I guess. And then this one finally says, Ginonye. Oh, well, personally, I think Nigerians are, in as much as, like you said, there's sense in nonsense too. Mm-hmm. But I also think that we are just in that state where we drag every single thing.
I mean, it's what keeps us going.
We drag. Is it fair?
If country hard, you need something to keep you going now.
So dragging is
where we find our peace now.
Peace. There's peace in violence. There's
peace in violence now.
You can't stop every day because there must be something going on. There must be dragging going on. There
if country bad, they make me the drink Gary, make I go show my violence.
Well, I just think there are things we should sit out. I don't know if this one particularly is, but I think we just drag too much.
Leave it for us like that.
Okay, okay, fine. Oh, voila. So congratulations to the president-elect of the United States. We hope...
Two-time winner.
We hope for global economic challenges to be fixed. We hope for good collaboration with yourself and President Tinubu. That's where I'm wrapping it up. Let's check our next story. We're bringing it back to Nigeria. And this one it's a breaking news. It says FG reportedly reverses 18-year admission benchmark in tertiary institutions. Recall, sometime in July, it was announced that there's been a benchmark for those who get to apply to the university. You must be up to 18 years. 18 years is the minimum age that you should be before you can apply to go to the university. And it had a lot of people talking. According to them now, they were preventing all the issues that come with underage admission. Truthfully, there's been a lot associated with underage admission. But again, we've looked at it from different angles. The fact that maturity is not only by age. There are people who, at 18, they are still not even mature enough. By 18, 15, they are still 16, doing a lot of things.
Yes, more mature
exactly. So we dissected it from different angles. But what I noticed was that the majority kicked against it. The majority were not in tune with it. But What was your take at the time?
I don't really feel that you must be up to 18 before you enter the university. I didn't enter university at 18. I entered younger. So, I mean, that whole that is when you're 18, you're eligible to go to university because of your level of maturity doesn't have basis because you might be 18 and still not be matured. You can be young and be more mature than people who are even 20. So, I mean, it's based on your academic qualifications that you should be able to go to the university, not your age. So I'm not in support of that 18 rule at all.
Okay. Personally, I was looking at a lot of things I was looking at it from different angles. By the time you're done with school, you're about 16, right? By the time you're done with high school, with secondary school, you should be around 15, 16-ish, or even 17. Then you now start looking for admission. You will wait and wait and wait for admission. And then admission doesn't come. So imagine it's hard to see people who just finish and get immediately. Now, you now set that benchmark. You now put 18. Then by the time you get to school, I hope you know there'll be strikes. Strikes upon strikes upon strike that will make you do a 4-year course for 6 years instead of 4 years. These are things to consider. Then you now want people to start 8 years. 8 years. Something that was supposed to be maybe a 5-year course. They end up staying up to 8 years in school. And then you say we should start when we are 18. We should start applying when we are 18. So if you don't get admission at 18, 19, 20, maybe let's say 2021, you now get admission. Then you now enter school at 20 or 21 and now spend 6 years. By the time you're done, you're like 26 or 27. Where do you want to come and start life from? In this economy, there's no job.
You have lost your youth.
Hey God, you've lost your entirely. And there's no guarantee that it's even what you wanted to study that you study in school. So when you come out, there's no guarantee you even, oh my God, no. So yeah, it was a bad idea. But what do you think about the change? Of course. What you like now?
Well, I don't know.
Are you okay with the fact that it has been reversed?
Yeah, I'm okay with the fact that it has been reversed, but at the same time, this Gen Z is now. I'm afraid.
It's the confidence here. Don't let me expose you.
I'm afraid.
Why are you afraid?
Because some of them are not giving me that they are. Well, I don't want to call them
mature. You mean
matured upstairs? What I'm seeing these days with the Gen Zs, I'm actually afraid because the people that they admitted into school. Those ones are troublesome people. Let me put it like that.
The challenge now is that even if they don't get to go to school till they're 18, what are the challenges? What's the guarantee that they will still not become those things that you're trying to avoid? Because there's there's internet, there's social media.
You're not wrong, sure. You're not wrong, but sure, it's good that they've reversed it. Let them enter school. Those that will be disciplined will be disciplined. Those that will still be wild will still be wild. Can't control these things. Even in the older generation, there were still those that were wild and those that were.
Yeah, true.
So that's the important thing here. I don't know. I'm okay with the fact that they reversed it so that those who actually merit going to school on time will go to school.
Okay. So let's take a look at the comments. The first here is from Hazel Eddie. It's only you that can pronounce this, your name. It says you cannot apply a law without checking with your data and considering your country's peculiarities. The Nigerian education system should be void of the craziness. The next one here by Luchi Creations, it says, very anyhow people, make person they finish school for 27 years. Exactly what we analyzed just now. The next one here says, we all know it's this age people get into college in advanced countries, but it's Nigeria. Insults will be passed. I think this one is in support. And this one says, the 18-year age limit makes sense. However, if the strike can be limited or taken off at age 22, people can still graduate out of the university for a 4-year course. Now, university is a place that requires matured brain for studying and dealing with social interactions. And this one here says, what about private universities? Does the law apply to them too? And this is from Brenda Nukagod. It says, 18 years is the admission benchmark in UK and some parts of the world. I think the former minister didn't have a good presentation for his argument, or the federal government didn't understand the policy. This should have been a welcome development, though. So yeah, any final thoughts, especially on this particular comments? Do you think it's a situation of maybe the thing not being presented well, or
Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe the person who was to issue the matter accord didn't present it the way it should have been, because I mean it's a valid argument that yes, students should be enrolled by 18. It's like they said, UK, that's the standard,
yeah,
and
based
some
on
other countries.
other countries?
But I mean, that's a valid. I'm not totally against you entering school when you're 18 or having a law that says so. But still feel it's unfair. That's why I said I was initially against it.
And the Nigerian factor cannot be overlooked.
Plus, when you consider courses of maybe you're studying law or medicine, those are courses that are 6 to 8 years. So you enter when you're 18. Calculate the age.
Calculate, strike, join.
Join. Plus, you're still going to do your med school and still going to do law school. So by the time you're done with everything, you're like, what, 30, 31?
It's true. It's true. So it's good it was reversed at the end of the day. I support it. I'm in for it. But oh well, we'll be going for a very, very short break. Don't go anywhere. Afia TV official. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the show. It's still Afia TV official. I will be talking everything politics and everything politics, both on the global level and here in Nigeria. I'm still here with Emeka Madwekwe. Welcome back again. Yeah, so we're just going to be getting into our third and final story for the day, and this is about P2B. Now, P2B has been trending this season, trending every week, every week. There's something that comes from P2B, from his write-ups to his video to his interviews. And he had this particular interview with Honest Bunch podcast. And I don't know what led to what, you know how they cut snippets. And he was talking about his relationship with his wife. And he said that he cannot, that there'll be nothing, there's nothing his wife can do to him that will offend him. Nothing, even if she cheats. Whatever it is she does will never offend him. And I don't know why you're looking at me like that, but let's watch the video. I cannot wait to hear what you think about it. Let's have the video.
As long as I'm alive, she's my wife. That's it. That's me. I can tell you that. As long as I'm alive, I won't marry, I won't have anything. She is my wife. That is sealed. Finish.
No matter what she does.
No. Whatever she like, let that do. Because what is she going to do that will offend me? What? Maybe have an affair? It's our business. It's not me. They will say two of us. They will say P2B is a very good man who married a woman who is. That's it. Nobody can describe me. You can't quantify me with the life of my wife or my children. No. We have different lifestyle. You know, even if I'm traveling with my wife, people have seen it. People have seen my wife in business class. They've seen her in first class. I'm in different class. And we're in the same place. Because that's what suits her. We don't quarrel with it. It suits him and it doesn't conflict my interest.
Not only did he talk about his wife and, you know, his wife not being able to hurt him in any way, he also went ahead to tell us more, which is the fact that sometimes in the same plane, his wife can be in business class and he will be in economy, and he likes it that way. And so there are people who think that this man is weak. What are you saying? This man is weak. And there are others thinking that's a good man out there. That's a secure man, a man that is secure in himself. And there are others who just think, okay, this is too much information. We don't need this much information.
That's where I start. It's too much information.
Too much information.
That's too much information for me. I mean, because like, what am I hearing? I don't feel he's weak. I don't really feel like I'm more of in the middle. I mean, the alpha males on the internet who wants to say, Mr. Obi is weak, or why would he be saying that he doesn't care what his wife is doing? Well, there'll be men that'll be for me, my wife can do anything she wants to do now, no concern me. Right? So I'm thinking I'm indifferent. I'm just in the middle because I don't know, I may not act the same, but
I don't, this your indifference is what I have a problem with. Why are you indifferent? Do you support or do you not support that there's nothing your wife can do that will offend you and make you, you know, to maybe divorce her or break up with her or anything? Yeah. Time.
I don't support.
You don't support him?
I don't support because I'm not sure. If you cheat on me, that's a very big deal.
So you break up?
That's a big deal breaker for me. Because let me just edit
I thought you say Peter Obi is people's mentor. What's happening?
In my mentor, but you don't reach that.
You guys are so funny. I saw the way men especially were dragging him. I said, what do you people want? This minute you pass say Peter Obi is your
You
president.
see, that's why I said I'm indifferent. I won't follow them and drag. That's why I said I'm indifferent. I won't follow him and drag. It's his opinion, but I don't share the same views.
But do you recommend, even if you don't share the same view, let's say it's your own personal thing, cheating is a deal breaker for you, but do you recommend his style?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, when I say deal breaker, I'm not saying that I will end up breaking up. That's if there are situations that will come up, maybe we'll work things out.
Okay.
But I mean, if it was that you're frequently doing it and
never
I've
repenting.
found out and I still don't care, you just want to, and that's when the deal is off. But I mean, I can adopt his style and say, okay, if I find out that she's cheating or something, work things out, and if there's nothing to work out, then that's when the whole thing comes to an end.
Wow. Okay. Because it's crazy. When, sorry, not to make it a gender thing, but a lot of times when women are going through things and they come out and they want to break up or they want to divorce, you see the same men come to the comment section and say, no, why you misleading other women? May was recently dragged for, according to them, for misleading women, and she had to come and say, no, she's not misleading anybody, or that she's not an advocate of divorce. Then now a man is saying the same thing we've been preaching, that's why marriages need to last longer, and that is why we need to still stay in the marriages. Then men are kicking against it. So
there's this thing on the social media, there's women supporting women, and there's men dragging men, because what you're advising men to do, you're probably spoiling market for that person outside there. So that's why they will want to drag you. I feel the guys that are dragging Mr. Obi here are probably insecure or something like that, because they don't know what they might do in that situation. They don't know if they can be able to chest some of these things.
Okay.
So that's why they are just going out and out to attack him and say, why would he be saying such a thing, that he's a weak man, this one, that one. Those men trying to form macho man.
Okay, but deep down, they are probably not like that. They don't have the mind.
Probably, half of them feel not get the mind.
Are you serious?
And then I can't speak now. I don't know what is
You're
this.
a man, Sha, so no problems. I'm taking what you're saying because you're a man, so you understand your gender better. But let me now take it to this angle. There are other people too who think that if you're trying to bring this into his ability to lead, while some people think this is amazing, it's giving democracy. It's giving you have your life to live.
There's a difference between someone's personal life and his ability to be able to lead
people. Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if he's adopting this style and saying that, okay, he's not going to have any emotions regarding whatever his wife does, that doesn't mean he'll be the exact same way when it comes to leading a nation or leading any group of people. I mean, he could be an excellent leader and still be like that.
Okay.
So there's no correlation between.
There isn't
at all. I don't see any correlation with the two.
So if the way somebody is acting in their family as the head of the family does not reflect on how they can. So now
that is where the leadership begins from. Is from those your styles of adapting. Being with your wife is different with you heading the whole family. There's the way you adapt a system with your spouse.
Okay.
It can be different from how you now handle the entire household. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Okay.
You might be diplomatic with your wife, but when it comes to the general household, you have to put your foot down and say, this is what is what. This is that and that is that. No making any rooms for slack up. So that's you now differentiating your own personal views from being a leader. Because the man is supposed to be the leader of the family.
Yeah.
So that's you taking your stand as a leader, and that's you taking your stand as a man
separately. So
I feel that's how it is. Yeah, I don't know. Most people might not share my views, but
that's how it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Let's just look at the comments. The first one here is from Prudence Miracle, and she says, you can only say this because you know who you married. You know she cannot disrespect you and the family. The next one here says, mutual respect, even in marriage. I stand. This one here says, I see a secure, healthy man. Whatever negative behavior people choose to inflict on themselves is totally not supposed to be your problem, be it family, friends, partners, and whatnot. And this is from a 4DK. He said, if you cheat on me, Omo, You know, be my wife again, oh, no vex. And this from Princess Star, he says, that's a real man right there. Women! You can just tell he's a woman. The next one here says, weak mentality. That's why he can't get to the top. Can you imagine? And this one here says, men of this generation won't like this. This is total acceptance, love and respect coming from a man. He recognizes that his wife has standards and doesn't want to subdue her. I love this man. And this is Precious. Says, he took for better for worse, serious. And this one here says, y'all are trusting and listening to another politician again. Nigerians won't ever learn. How is this even a normal thing to say? But because he won't win election, he go tell una wait till una won't hear or more. And there's so many comments. Finally. Let's just go to the last. It says, he trusts his wife and knows she can't misbehave. So, I think thankfully you've been able to balance things. I like the angles that you came from.
This comment section is filled with mixed
reactions.
I mean, you choosing to be respectful to your wife and trying to, have that mutual respect in a relationship doesn't also always mean that you're weak.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
true.
That you mustn't be weak to show mutual love and respect in a relationship. That's just you trying to be a man of your own standards. But I mean, if you can't tolerate something, you make it known from the first day.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Even in healthy relationships, you have to set boundaries of what you can't tolerate and what that.
What you can.
But if you feel nothing will offend you, and you say it and stick by that to the very end,
that's
you. That's
as
yours.
Well.
So that's what I feel.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And just to add to what you said, at the end of the day, to all those people saying that's why you cannot become a leader. Personally, I think if that is his leadership style to an extent too, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a bad leader. I really think so. There are things that you match your foot on the ground.
When the show say they put a foot down, where we did now.
You get. So there are things that you have that reaction to as a leader, and there are others that you allow because it's human beings you're leading. You're not leading robots. You're not leading zombies.
Everybody's due to mistakes. Yes, I mean, you can make
give
mistakes
them their respect. Thank you so much for joining us. This was wholesome. Thank you once more.
Thank you for having me.
This is like the third.
It's our thing.
And thank you too, viewer, for joining us today. Unfortunately, this is where we draw the curtains, but ensure that you join us tomorrow. Join us every other weekday here on Afia TV by 5:30 p.m. every single weekday. And do ensure that you follow us on our social media platforms. And do not forget my Enugu story. Please, start sending in your entries. There's no time anymore. You don't want to miss it. If you miss it, that's on you. But yeah, I've done my bit.